What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at the part two of the final table we looked at the other day. All right, A7 open from the cutoff, King 4 defense, flop fold. What size did he use on that? So, Queen 9-6, he's covered, right? So he shouldn't be sizing up too much, right? So it should be a small bet, but like two high card and a flush draw, this kind of board maybe warrant for a little bit of a bigger size. Yeah. So he went like 2/3 on this texture. What do you guys think about that?
I think I would. I think that's what I'd bet. I'd bet big. Like 75% probably is what I'd probably do.
All right. A little bit of fun. Oh, that's gonna be a collision. What do you do here with jacks? Just call? I would just call here for sure.
Need some bigs
I
when
would
he goes
never fight
back.
them like this. I think that's very ambitious, no?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll be
so
calling as well.
5 bet to fold. What's your plan here? You 5 bet, you got half your stack in. You snap call, not great.
No.
Think he's 6 betting as a bluff? Interesting. Okay. Should you defend the c-bet here without a club in your hand? Say it was bet. Probably, right? Because this board is pretty bad for the player in position. 8-high board. I mean, he just like barely connects with it. So you probably have to call one, right? Oh my goodness, the river call. Is this real? Why would you call the river here? Like check, sure. Check, sure. And then, but like catching with fours is just so strange. I think you'd prefer catching with a three in your hand rather than pocket fours. At least you block some hands, right? Well, I guess he blocks the straight, but
In Chippy V, Pocket Force would play different. And it's fine here to just call with Pocket Force pre-flop.
yeah, because of the texture, right? That's what I thought.
No, I
Pre-flop,
mean
you're saying you're not
pre-flop,
in.
pre-flop.
Okay,
Uh,
let's go back, I guess. What do you want to do?
How many bigs does he have with
I
pocket
think
fours?
around 30.
Well,
Big
are
blind
you thinking?
is 80k. 80k is the big blind,
Yeah,
so it's around 30.
24 is 30, right? So 30 big. There's
Well, are you saying there's a shove? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in Chippy V,
When you,
you would shove here sometimes, I think.
I think that's too big, 30
I
for
think at
pocket
IC,
fours.
yeah, I think at ICM those shoves start kind of disappearing.
Yeah, I don't think we shove a lot here, honestly.
Can we
I'd,
or instead just 3-bet? I mean, if we don't shove, is this a good hand to 3-bet?
Mhm. Yeah,
No.
nah,
yeah.
you reckon?
Well, at Chippy V, yes, because Bob is talking about Chippy V here. At
Chippy
ICM,
V
you just
yeah.
want to say flop, make a
I
four.
think at I think at 25 bigs, I would probably start shoving pocket fours up to maybe from pocket maybe five sixes down to maybe pocket deuces. I'll start shoving at 25 bigs.
And what do you do with it?
Three bets all it off.
Uh, Yeah, 3-bet, call it off. Yeah, that to induce a bit, I guess.
Holy macaroni. And what? We flat queen jack and what?
Queen jack, probably a good shot.
Yeah, Queen Jack suited, you can shove.
Yeah.
No, I mean you free bet eights or sevens and it's just not good.
I don't think we do a lot of shoving with suited stuff in the big blind ICM, do we? Not much.
Port
Oh.
3 at this stack depth, 4 left. Maybe we should have a look.
You make
But
We're
question
gonna
is
be
more
pretty cool.
like if
we're talking about
if
chippy V, but
we
weren't we?
my question would be more like if we 3-bet bluff basically the hand, or if we just call.
Or
In this
maybe
in this
I
spot,
wonder if it does both. I wonder if it mixes there.
I think at ICM you do more set mining. I think the jams with those low shoot pocket pairs start going away.
Chippy. Yeah.
Chippy base, let 30, you just rip it, right? But I think at ICM, you don't want to do that.
All right. Oopsie, not this. How do we go back? We can't. All right. Solutions, ICM. We've got, wait, let me set it up. We've got final table, 4 left.
Sorry,
Yeah,
just to make it clear, when I was talking, I was referring to more chippy V when we were discussing it around 25 bigs. I wasn't
Yeah.
referring to ICM.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm
100%.
still interested
Script
in
on
how does it
jam.
look
Yeah.
like at the rough idea of the strategy. 27, 32 is probably okay.
No.
Well, to be fair, I think we are the short stack in the big blind. It's gonna change it a bit if we were shorter. Might actually be a bit more aggressive when you're the shortest stack.
Okay, so the low
Yeah,
pairs are
calls.
actually a lot of calls, which makes
There
sense.
is some suited jams, though. I didn't think so.
It's shoving small aces and like suited jack tens, jack nine, 10-9, queen 8.
And then that block, but I didn't think it was gonna be like jack 9, jack 10, jack 9. I thought it was gonna be like queen jack, king 10, queen 10. A little bit lower here with those tricky shoves here.
I think
So,
the
I
king
wonder-
jack and the queen jack is probably chippy V would probably be a shove.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
wonder what happens if we had more like 17 bigs, if we're starting to shove smaller pairs in.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
So say we have what? Big blind. $15. Yeah, we're gonna shove it down here, right?
Yeah, 15 we probably will.
It's gonna give us an idea of the strategy. Oh, not so much small pairs, actually.
Mm.
I guess it's because
But an open jam slot.
No, because there's a 10 big blind. I think it won't allow us because we're
Oh, yeah.
It's because how button constructs his range.
let's
It's
have a
very
look at
polar.
one where we would be the short stack. Yeah, maybe this.
yeah, that looks good.
Okay. Makes sense.
Big difference.
It's optimistic.
What? Let's go back here. What is going on? So it's BVB. That's what I thought. Limp check, right? All right. This flop. Okay. Here's the note. The big blind never has an ace because he would raise most of them. So bet. Oh, look at that. What's his sizing on the turn? What is that?
Quarter pot.
That looks just over 20%.
I like the sizing. That's a 33%.
Yeah, I like it. It's a completed equity.
Okay, so
Out
nice
of
little low
position.
BVB. But the flush complete and he's against the big blind and I mean, it's 1, 2, 5, pretty good board for the big blind. I don't know about this texture. I
But
like the blind though.
the big blind, the flop went check, right?
Nah,
Oh, no. Bet one call.
just hold
Oh,
the
okay.
spades.
So I think the bet size is fine because the guy in the big blind has to fold hands like King Jack offsuit at this point. Yeah, I like how he played it.
Then he ends up
Why
checking.
does big blind need to fold?
I mean, a hand like King Jack offsuit on the turn, if you don't have a diamond, you are forced to fold, right?
Probably no.
What size would you go for here? Because he goes for all of it. SPR is 1. I would try to get called here if I was him, like a quarter, a half pot maybe. Cause
Yeah,
if you go in,
half of what. Yeah,
Yeah.
you bet half of what the guy's stack is. So like 800,000 chips.
yeah, you're trying to get called here, right? That's what I kind of think.
I think jam is good. It's debatable.
Okay, so wait. So button cut off opens, and then this isn't that 20-ish big?
Yes.
So what do you think about sixes from 20 big cutoff versus button?
Jam. I'll be jamming.
I fold.
All free competitive. Yeah. Anything you do is okay. Not torture.
I think, do you have a calling range here after that?
I don't
Yes.
think so. I think it's jam or fold mostly. You have like probably 1% or less calling range.
Yeah, that's what I
Low
thought.
versus
Slivers
low
of stuff.
versus. You have a calling range here for sure.
Why do you think we have a calling range? For?
Low versus low risk premium. Relatively deep.
Yeah, but in general at 20, even if your risk premium is low, you don't have much of a calling range.
We don't generalize. This is the spot we have.
Alright, let's have a look.
If everyone is 20, you don't have a calling range anymore because it's like high versus high config.
Okay,
You need one
so
short stack in the big the button for 20, and then everyone else covering.
Yeah, if you have more short stacks, yeah, calls kind of disappear.
something like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly what I thought. No calling range. In
Same.
general, my perception after that was that at around 20-ish big lines, you don't have a much of a calling range on like from those seats because you just don't have the depth. You can't call because if you miss the flop, it's just like, and then sixes,
Look.
the what, all in here?
If this flip at 25, let's say, I already looked at this. At
Yeah,
25,
yes, I agree with you, Akulas. If you get deeper than that, 30-ish starts to appear.
but
30
even
for
at here you
sure.
can see
25 still isn't a ton of calling. Like you get like 24, there's not like a lot of calling. 45, a tiny
yeah.
bit more, but 30, yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So Ken is spot on.
yeah, but generally follow risk premiums in these spots.
Yeah, it's not as simple as that. You can't just like, although like it works for you a lot, right? You're more right than wrong when you do this. Here it doesn't work.
What do you mean? We just saw it's almost green. It's same EV.
Is this four-handed and he's calling this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
Oh, what a luck
recursion.
box.
He knew that was coming. Is it a call for Samuel?
Pre-flop, no. Once you're here, tough spot, I say yes. Because whenever you're multi-way, you want to continue with hands that have like a pair and a flush card. So this would be it. Yes.
Small blind overcalled King Jack.
Yeah. It's okay. They're trying to gank him, clearly.
It's free, I will raise.
You would 3-bet? I would never 3-bet there.
No, just open raise pre.
Okay.
But that's kind of not the region we want to raise. But
It's big stack against big stack. There's a shorty. Okay, we cover, right? Okay. Yeah, I see it. We could put pressure. But then again, big stack against big stack, you're gonna have that big limping range, right?
oh, maybe you're right. We are too deep to raise. You're right. I take my words back.
Okay, let's see that again. Okay, so limp, raise the 10-3.
Good.
For a quarter, all right. The 4 comes, pretty good card for the big line, and he kind of needs to commit here. 6. All right. Okay, and then he folds. Right, you see bet this king eye board against that big line, you have to, right? But the 5 doesn't really want to bet. So what's the overriding factor here? Like you want to range bet king eye board against the big line, but the 5 doesn't want to bet. And
I
then
think
you,
a 5 can bet.
you want to bet anyway?
I think you can bet all your pairs here. I think you just betting everything.
Range bet king eye? Makes sense.
So
Ooh, check raise. That's the thing, when you don't have a spade, you bet with marginal equity. It's
well, when you
rough.
don't have spade, that gives them more draws available, right? So when you bet value, you want to unblock like the draws, which we're doing.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. Is the ace here good or bad? It's pretty bad, I think.
I mean, the 6 is bad.
For the razor?
Yeah,
Bad for it's bad for Owen. It's good for
Yes.
yeah, it's good for the big blind, right? For sure.
Yeah.
That's why I got out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Should he go a little bigger there? Pretty connected board, right?
I don't think so. Queen eye rainbow, it's tough for him to continue.
The straights all the way up the board, right from the fours all the way up to the queen. There's a lot of bad cards. That's spicy. I would give up, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that one because I think the flop should have sized up because a six, a seven, a nine, a 10, a jack, doesn't matter what came on the turn, there's a possible straight.
Yeah,
Right? Polarizing the jump, PVB, very nice. Fold.
is 10-7 a fold on the button there? Am I too loose?
The thing is, he's short and he was playing the two big stacks, so
Yeah, I get it.
gonna contract your range a little bit, quite a lot.
10-8.
Oh
You
yeah.
open 10-8,
No, I would not.
really?
Yeah, I don't think I am opening 10-9. You don't want to get in those people's businesses, would you? Because it's just like,
We bet, right?
mm,
Oh, he just flats.
I think like ace nine, honestly, you have a nine, okay, so you block the bottom of his open, exactly 9-10 suited. King nine, queen nine, jack nine. So when you have a nine, late position, it's not great. Also, if you three bet here, do you really get like a better ace to fold? Like ace 10 is jack. So there's just like very few combos that you get to fold. And then, I mean, like you could, but it's like the nine blocker for me, like I would just fold here. I would probably three bet like ace five off, ace four off, you know? And
Yeah,
then
he's 5 too.
ace eight, ace nine, I'm not playing, but I'll play probably all the other ones. Like he's chip leading, so
They're starting to get hit with the deck. I'm gonna make no money this time. Oh, he calls 8-5.
Yep. One thing I've noticed, like those high rollers, they rarely defend they're big blind based on ICM models.
Do we jam ace six off there pre-flop for 20? Or is
No.
it just like ace three, ace four?
Like the
So,
6 and the 7 are a little bit like you need some in your calling range. I think that's gonna be the 6 and the 7. I think
Yeah.
if you have ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, that would be better.
Yeah.
So, Louis, what were you saying about these high rollers not using the model? Sorry, I misunderstood. So, what you were saying?
They defend their big blind really wide, a lot wider than
Too wide?
a lot wider than ICM models. I wouldn't say too large.
Oh, okay.
Those are like some of the best players, right? So the highest stakes, the best players, so they must know what they're doing, you know. So
Or
when
do
they
they think they've always got an edge over their next opponent? Like, do they all like? Is it an ego thing?
I don't know. I don't know, but they think they can defend it profitably more than ICM models because I see it over and
Okay.
over. The guys are not over folding their big blind ever.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, that
But
Samuel Vusden, he defended 6-2 off.
yeah, yes, but that's today. If you look at, for example, like Bert Stevens when he won his 2.7, what was that?
Yeah.
Last year? 2
Yeah,
years ago, something like that. Bert is actually way over folding his big blind on those spots.
yeah.
So when I was watching a lot of Bert, I picked up that he was overfolding his big blind on ICM points, even at Chippy V. And I started doing that. And my win rate from the big blind, if you just overfold the marginal part of your big blind's range, my win rate from the big blind is a lot better. But at the same time, you know, a lot of players disagree with me when I show this kind of concept. They just say my edge is too big, that I just should see the flop and take him to the streets. So yeah. And then we can clearly see like those guys, they just defend stuff. For example, King 5 off here, multi-way, like it's like
Even when we've done like some of my reviews, like when you've done, I think I defend too wide as well from the big blind. I think that's probably one of my problems, one of my leaks.
Did button fold king two? Next round.
yeah, definitely. Well, you could 3-bet right with it. I think it would be a nice 3-bet. But then again, like, do you really want to take on chip leader? See, this is the spot where I was saying, like, you don't want to have an 8 in your hand because
And it's a big raise too.
the bottom of the range, right?
They're pretty deep, I guess, 4x is fine.
What did he free bet? Small blind.
Ace 8 off.
Outside of range. Like,
I've noticed they're very sticky.
They are.
They don't like to fold.
They are, but at the same time, you don't see much of the big lines like triple barrel, bet jam, all those
No.
stuff that we kind of see very regularly, like in the small stakes, right? People are just gonna
Yeah.
buck for a yes or for a no. Those guys are a lot more passive. So maybe that allows for a little bit of a wider play, wider flow, wider defense.
it's
Because if they don't box you up, maybe you can defend a little bit wider, but
oh wow, what is 6-1?
Yeah. See, they're just like calling every pair. Doesn't matter.
No,
Like,
I think it's
did they put?
See?
Is it standard at Taurus? Are you saying they should be calling bottom pair on these type
Versus
of flops?
button, I think you can't fold a pair. Any covers.
Yeah.
it depends if Samuel is range betting. I don't think it's a range bet.
I also think a hand like 5-6 is still better than pocket sevens on the flop.
Yeah, they got more outs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You need it.
I'm not sure if the outs are clean, but
Bet 3-bet size.
What would you say is the
This is just a
general?
fold.
What would you say is the general 3-bet sizing when it comes to final table based on like high ICM? Like,
There
is
is
it
no
a?
general sizing. You
There's no.
free bet
Okay.
based. You free bet based on risk premium config. If
Okay.
it's low versus high, you free bet small. If it's medium versus medium, I don't know, medium, sometimes big, free bet size.
Oh, okay.
High versus
So it's
high. big.
obviously it's your risk premium and based on your stack size.
Yeah, so Owen last time free bet in a small blind with jacks 6.5 blinds and he could go smaller
Okay.
because it's low versus high config.
Arturos, have you done a lot of final table ICM study?
A reasonable amount.
Okay.
I study it right now.
what's the
And
best,
also,
Arturas, what's the best resource you found to study risk premiums?
running sims. You cannot learn by, at least you can, but it's more difficult. If you just watch sims, it's more difficult. If you in HRC configure yourself a sim, then it's easier. Because while you're typing, you're thinking of RPs.
So you would say the best way to learn ICM final table study is doing HRC?
For me, it worked much better
Yeah,
than
okay.
just looking at
Sure.
sims.
Okay.
Also, small blind in general on final tables is much more passive. It's because he's supposed to range check like 70% of boards. So he cannot be like triple barrel blasting.
Okay, so I think here, king five, both, I think both combos could have been a good 3-bet here. Now, 4-bet jamming pocket 8. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can we pause here?
Yeah.
Do you like the value bet on the river?
Start again. So right off the bat, this call is just, what do you guys think about this call?
Yeah. Let's have a
Right.
shot.
Like, this guy's an influencer, right? Is that what I see? Like, this caller is
Yeah.
an influencer, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense, right? You see this kind of stuff, right?
Really
A
three bet it.
little. No, even 3-betting is bad.
Yeah, with that small stack.
Wonder what he was thinking.
He was thinking ace.
So the thing is, on the river, I feel like Roma should check back that hand, but I'm not even sure if we have a value bet here, because what are we
Oh, blocker.
targeting?
Ace high.
This is just
Yeah, maybe ace high.
mm, mm,
But
mm.
once Owen checks the flop on a king high board, can the button take the lead away from him? Has he capped himself or is he still uncapped with the pocket eights?
Say that again.
So what I'm saying is, so he raised pre-flop, the button called.
Mm-hmm.
Predominantly, I'm pretty sure we check more out of position in general, I guess. And but it's a king high board.
Which is better for out of position a little bit,
Okay. Um,
but then you still
does
check 60% from out of position.
does he cap himself when he checks, or is he still uncapped? I'm saying when he's raised pre-flop on that
Very,
board
very,
texture.
very, very uncapped because he's checking range basically.
He's
The
checking
strategy
range. Okay.
is gonna go like either you check range or you check 50%, but you never ever, no matter the texture, it's gonna be tough for you to have more than 50% bets from out of position,
Sure.
which means you're super uncapped. You got like
Oh, okay.
all the good.
So he's still got the nuts. So he's still got pocket kings and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like pocket kings on king 10x. Like if you bet, like you block everything, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. That could hurt.
I don't think so because
The 9 is pretty good for in position, right?
This is blind versus blind, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he keeps barreling.
no.
Don't think so. I would probably overbluff here.
He snapped that too. That's funny.
What? I wouldn't call the flop here. Is that good with king seven? I mean, we don't have any backdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta call once with king eye.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Hmm.
If the guy shuts down his bluffs, you win.
It's a very weird final four.
I hate blind versus blind. It's just so hard to play sometimes. Like, just ranges are so wide. Like, I know you've got some folding range in from the small blind when you're blind versus blind, but I find it such a sorry. I just find it so difficult, blind versus blind.
Yeah, which is why we're gonna do a lot of work on DVB as well.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. Like, I've got the general understanding on how to sort of defend and things like that, but and sort of play, but just because the ranges are so wide, it just I still struggle. Doesn't matter if I feel like I know what I should be doing.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how I feel about watching this for another hour. Um, we see a lot of marginal plays. What do you guys think?
It goes for another hour?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, we're going double speed, so it would be half an hour for us. This guy's gonna win.
No, Ramashka wins.
What? Really?
Yep.
Does he get heads up with him?
That was Blue Love he says up with.
Roscoe seems very passive.
Oh, that's a cool hand, I see.
Okay, again, what is going on here? So this is gonna be limp check. This flop,
You got a gutter.
So small blind called down 3 barrels with ace high. Well, called the river with ace high. That's wild.
The river kind of makes sense though, right? Like he's not double barreling a fucking seven.
I mean, big blind is now 3. After this bet is triple barreled. Can we really ever call that with ace high?
Also, we block some bluffs here, right?
7, 8.
Yeah.
And
Blocking
big
the
blind doesn't trap
8.
at all.
We block 8 jack. 7, 8. And he's not like triple barreling a 7, so what's this big bet all about?
well, the thing is, if you have a 7 from the big blind, okay, would you ever go for this side?
I wouldn't bet that's the big size on this turn.
Let me tell you what I would do if I had a 7, if I was on the big blind. I would go a lot closer to top, right?
Mhm.
Try to get like all my blocks through, and when I have a 7, I'm getting paid all of it, right? Or I'm trying to get called. So if I'm trying to get called and I have a 7, I will go maybe like quarter pot or probably half pot at best. If I'm trying to get called, right? So it's either 800K or 1.6, right? So what is that sizing, right?
Mhm.
What is he trying to accomplish here, right? See, like he went 3 barrels, bet, and then it's blind v blind, right? So in those configurations, when ranges are wider, it's when wide range against wide range that you can start to hero call, right?
Do you think this size can be a 9? Because he could have 9-6, miss gut shot, but hit the 9 on the turn. He's probably afraid maybe of the 10 still. So is he valuing a pair of 9s or
And
even a pair of 5s?
9 is the easiest check back in the world. You don't want to invest in a 7, you don't want to invest in a 10, and then the small blind is still very uncapped. Still has like a trick up his sleeve sometimes, maybe a pocket jack, right? Maybe some stuff because he limps and he like you're gonna limp aces, king. You're gonna have like kind of a wide limping range from the small blind, so you're uncapped.
But aren't we still supposed to value a bit wider as well from the big blind? I go for some, low, what's the word? Like just
If you want to bet
like
three times there,
medium straight things. We
I
still want
think
to go for some value.
but if you want to bet 3 times there, you need a 7 or a 10. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
And even a 10 would be ambitious, I think. Like your worst 10 are ambitious to triple barrel.
So you would only triple barrel with ace 10, king 10, and maybe queen 10. That's it. And the rest you might just check like 2 streets.
Yeah. Well, no, I
Yeah.
bet 2 streets. I bet 2, not 3.
Yeah. Okay. Not 3. Okay.
Also, if you have a 10 on the flop, you don't want to bet small. You want to size up.
Size up. Yeah. A lot of straights.
Seems like a good jam with 5.
Sorry, Louis. How much longer is on this final table? Sorry,
Half an
can you
hour.
just there's still half an hour left. Oh, okay.
It's 1 hour left, but we're going double speed.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But yeah, like we see a lot of stuff going on that, like sure, like he raises, but the 3-bet with 5-6 off. What do you guys think about that? No blocker, no, like honestly, like the last four, we've seen so many plays that are just like, what's going on? Like 5-6, right? Big blind facing small blind RFI. What's the interest in three betting there, right?
Is this a $10,000 tournament?
Yes. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This FT is it's not like we have Adrian Mateos and then he makes a play and then we know for sure that play is good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like we got Samuel Woodson here doing stuff with 5-6 off.
But isn't he like a crusher, that Samuel guy?
For sure. Has to be, no? I'm not familiar with him, but it has to be, no?
Yeah. I feel like my GG Masters, they're playing a bit more reasonable than these guys in the $25 one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah.
we should, you know,
Or maybe these guys know something we don't know, or
yeah,
they've been studying something different.
that's right. I think I would double barrel in position on a 3 turn.
Especially if big blind calls tonight.
Like the 3's a brick, right? So you can even size up, right? And then also, like I thought about literally just sizing up on the flop, ace, king, 10. I mean, button versus big blind.
Maybe you barrel your worst pairs and like the 9, maybe it's just high enough up to just try to check.
It's ace, king, 10, Ken. What's the difference between nines and deuces?
Well, because he's gonna have pocket 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, right? Like so, like 9s is beating all those. Where like your
Disagree,
lower
Ken.
pairs could get some of those to start fold by the turn and river.
Shouldn't he shoving some of them?
I
Shouldn't
don't
he
think
be
so.
shoving? A few, maybe? A few of them. Not all, but
I mean, we looked at it earlier. The big blind ain't shoving much at ICM, right? With the low pairs, anyway.
yeah. Yeah, but if he gets to 20, you know, or lower.
What was the flop? Was it ace king?
Ace, king, 10 rainbow.
Ace king.
Rainbow.
Yeah,
And then turn 3.
that's a great flop for a big size bet.
I think so.
Rainbow.
So you size up a little bit on the flop and then you double barrel on a 9. It would be very tough for a 10 to continue. Oh,
I think 10 folds to a small bet already.
so he's calling king 4 off here. Very ambitious call. I don't mind calling king eyes, but I'm calling better king eyes for sure.
Yeah, when you're covered, that's dog shit. If you're covering, you can be wider, but when you're covered, that's dog shit, right?
Yeah.
I think the way Samuel's playing is, I feel like he thinks he's got a much bigger edge than the other three players. That's probably why he's playing much wider
Hmm.
and
I don't know.
defending.
I don't know if he has ego problems. Honestly, maybe he just likes to play wide because
Maybe.
I'll be honest, he's very, very passive when it comes to the turn. So I don't think he's not trying that hard. He's just like messing around with a wide range on the early street. But he's not getting,
Yeah, and
he's
just seeing.
not giving them the business on the turn, not giving them the business on the river. So it's just like loose, passive, trying
Yeah,
stuff pre-flop, trying to like stir the pot a little bit pre-flop without committing. No.
maybe he's practicing on this $10,000 tournament and he's waiting for the Trident series for the 100K.
Well, scope up 2.5 million before they stopped, recording it. Pretty good.
Profit?
2.5 million in 2.5 million profit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like almost biggest online winner of all time. Along with Pats and not Pats, but
Blue
Lino.
Love has no results prior to whenever they stop.
His poker star
2023.
screen name is European.
Yeah, Pro Choice player.
Who's Samuel?
Yeah, he's
I love
European.
Oh yeah, he's European on Pegasus. Oh yeah, I know who that is.
See, I knew European very well, but didn't know him by his middle name.
And he's playing so wide because small blind is playing banana range. Romashka is playing any two.
Well, yeah, we got one really good player.
Owen's up 175K.
Oh, I think everyone is playing really good.
Yeah.
Maybe you should link them the video and then offer them coaching, Louis.
Yeah. And 6-5, by the way, free bet that no one liked. I already copied it.
Ramoska is stuck 3 mil.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he's an
15
influencer.
bullet, Tinky. 15
This is
bullet
all-
like
this-
1
this-
month ago.
He's an
This is-
influencer, so clearly, like, he's a rich guy. He owns a casino somewhere, or
These stats stop in somewhere in 2023, obviously. But yeah, he was stuck 2.9 mil when they ended 1,700 tournaments.
I would cry if I was
average
down.
buy-in is $1,900.
yeah. But the thing is, those players, he's probably up a lot on other sides, right? To be
Oh.
able to lose 3 million like this, he either has like there's something going on. Like either he's really rich and can afford it, maybe he's a crypto guy, maybe he's just like a very big influencer. You know, maybe
Or he's part of the royal family.
yeah, or like he's a part of the GG team, so maybe he get a lot of tickets, right?
Yeah. But you'd think so, being an influencer for GG, so you would have to get something, I guess. Maybe this is a free roll for him, and he's made it this far.
Let's see what he's got on Poker Stars. Oh, he's not up there. He already ever plays on Poker Stars. And he's not opted in. His abilities. That's not he can't be the same guy. His average stakes are way different. Never mind.
Deuces is a fold. But call. I believe.
Well, he lost a lot of chips there. What happened?
He's got a jam in hand here. Oh, didn't open the button. Oh, he didn't have nothing to open with, but
Wait, how did he lose all of his cookies like that? Alright. Like defending Jack 7 off. I don't know. What a weird jam. That's a
check jam. Set him up.
This is like very interesting because like at short SDR, when you have a really strong range, like you don't really get to raise very much, right? Kind of common, right? Especially BBB, where like ranges are very wide and you're very likely to play against a weak range. You have 2 pair plus, you don't raise. You just
Yeah, I do that mistake a lot, actually. I get too excited. I got 2 pair. Yes, get it in. But really, you shouldn't, like you said, Louis.
yeah, but this guy plays at 10K and I played at $10. So it is
But
what it
still, the concept's still the same, right? It doesn't matter. The buy-in.
should be, but I don't have the confidence to say like, you know,
Look, poker's poker. It doesn't change based on buy-ins, right?
it kind of does a little bit.
Oh, you reckon?
Well,
The quality of players is different, yes.
the exploits you run at low stakes are kind of different than the one that you run at high stakes.
Okay.
The game,
Like I said, the quality of players are different.
same,
Yeah.
but the exploits I think are different.
Insane.
No chop, huh? Or-
The defend from the small blind, 8-4 off. Legendary.
I don't think was fundraising. Oh, it might be end of boomerang.
Mm. Of course, when you check back, that always happens.
I like the three bet a lot here. You want to use like offsuit aces, maybe some offsuit king. You have a great blocker, and then the suited ones they just want to see a flop, right? Eight, seven off, three betting. I mean, yeah, you want to raise polar. How many times did this guy flop that flush on the FT? At least three times, right?
If you snap bets or a timing tell,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
usually very weak. And when somebody tang, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know, but how
I mean,
about all in?
Unless
snap bet
not
with top
jam.
pair. It's like he has nothing to think about at all. It's
Yeah.
like he's just got it.
Well, usually snap bets are weak. It's like just want to get a bet out there, the in comfort out of your hand. You don't know what to do, but you just like want to throw the ball.
Is it GTO? Jack 9 riverbed.
Like again here, like this is the spot where you're trying to get called, right? So your BVB, wide range against wide range. Very likely your opponent has a weak like hand. Well,
Yeah, call back
if he
side.
calls over bet with bottom pair, I mean, do what you want, right?
Call with ace high. It's a double
No.
paired board, right? It was 9-9-5-6-6.
Oh,
His
okay,
5 was counterfeited. He called with ace high.
okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to turn his 5 into a bluff there, blocking full houses with the 5.
I was thinking that.
Hmm.
Ace high maybe just calls and on some other 5X might want to bluff more.
Yeah.
Imagine what the guys on the stream, what they gotta say about after 4 hours of this. Uh,
I watched with sound. Everyone said like we all play good.
Oh, really? Interesting. Well,
Louis, I love how you said that. Oh, really? It's pretty funny.
well, I mean, Jeff Gross, I don't think like he's he's a successful professional, but in my mind, he's more of a content creator type of guy, right?
He actually didn't comment, but he is trying to be unbiased. But guest was saying we playing good.
But his guess should be really, really high level.
Do you know, I think he would be, who I think would be a good commentator for one of these ones would be Lena 900.
Yeah.
I think he would be a good commentator because you'd really get his thoughts on how people are playing the hand, and he's obviously the best in the world. So, you know,
This guy overcalled
Oh.
at 6-3. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh,
It is.
all
Wow.
right. Heads up.
look, not to sound disrespectful or anything, but the way the influencer was playing, look, I'm not trying to say I'm a pro or anything like that. I'm far from it, but just it feels like that I've got a chance at these $10,000 tournaments.
Well, if it was only this guy 100 times in that tournament, you'd have a pretty good shot. The issue is you're gonna have a little bit of resistance among the lines, right? It's not gonna be only him. It's gonna
Yeah, I
be
know that. I know that.
him with a bunch of guys that are just gonna destroy you.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to give myself some hope.
Yeah. So I mean, the 10K is very, very for online. It's a really high stakes, right? You play a
Yeah,
10K
for sure.
live, I
Yeah,
think you have a great shot, because all kinds of people are going to show up to play, but online.
yeah, like the 10,000 main event, for example, that would be
Yeah.
you probably have more of a chance on that one than something like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Min click to rebet the 9-6 suited. What a wonderful idea.
Let's go.
Okay, that's not good, right?
No. What I think I'm gonna do today, I think I'm gonna run another session of studying this afternoon. The three bet queen eight. Very nice. I'm guessing it's strategy to three bet all sorts of stuff, and then at some point just gonna have it.
Where did Queen 8 hand go versus system?
I don't know. We have like a graphical bug or some stuff.
Oh,
We three bets again, and then he calls the three bet with 10-9 off. Call on ace, king, jack. No heart. Check the river. Oh my god.
Is heads up a lot of? Is it still high ICM heads up like this, or is it now back to chip EV? How does
Oh,
it sort of work?
Pure chip EV.
Oh, okay.
yeah. And end of
This
tournament.
is it, huh? Wow. That must feel good to win.
Yes.
4 titles.
Yeah.
2 like in last 2 months, no?
He's won twice in 2 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got like further than 10 million guarantee. 10K.
Oh,
That was
nice.
recently. For $1 million.
Oh,
Not bad. Then he's got.
But like Sun running every event.
all right. Well, on this, we're gonna wrap it up. And as I said, I'm gonna do a little bit more studying and a little bit later. So I'll let you guys know. On that, thanks a
Ciao
lot
for
for
now.
joining, everybody, and see you guys around.